My channel is not monetized. I don't have a Patreon account, and I'm not asking for anyone to make any donations. I'm not asking for anyone to buy any merchandise, any t-shirts, vitamins, collagen supplements, or anything else, because this is not a show. This is not something that I am creating to generate clicks. There's a message that was given to me, and I'm giving it to you. And right now, at this point in time, this message is needed more than anything else, because out there, there's a group of people that are collaborating to bring about the next world empire. And you're seeing this group attack any voice, anyone who goes against them. Andrew Tate calls them the Matrix. Not necessarily, Andrew. It's not the Matrix. Revelation chapter 17 calls them the 10 Kings. But here's something you do not know. God is giving them this power to bring about the last world empire. This group will go about murdering people who are against them, who do not follow what they sell. And that is the last message that God brings to the earth. It's a wake-up call for everyone. The last message is very clear, and there's a counter for this last message. As I said in many videos before this, there's two groups in the book of Revelation. Just like we see that there are two groups right now forming in this world. We say it's left and right, but it's actual Christian and non-Christian, or Christian and atheist. And this is the world that we live in right now. But we find these first three messages in Revelation chapter 14. And who brings these messages to the world? The 144,000. By far the most important group of our age. Revelation chapter 14 verse 6. Then I saw another angel flying in the midst of heaven, having everlasting gospel to preach to those who dwell on the earth, to every nation, tribe, tongue, and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear God, give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment has come, and worship him who made heaven and earth, the sea, the springs of water. So why does God give us this message? We know he exists. We know he's the creator. Why say this now? Well, let's take a look what the world is worshiping. Revelation chapter 13, starting in verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as if had been mortally wounded, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world marveled and followed the beast. So they worshipped the dragon who gave authority to the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like the beast? Who is able to make war with him? Thou shalt have no other gods before me. God tells you, follow me. Don't follow this person. Don't follow this government. Don't follow these people who are worshiping the dragon. The second message of God, Revelation chapter 14 verse 8 says, And another angel followed, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she has made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Now this message is specifically for everyone who lives in the world today, because we live in that system of Babylon. The system was so unique that all the empires after it followed and copied Babylon. The Persian Empire, the Greek, the Roman. Where is Babylon? Well, we find Babylon in chapter 17, starting in verse 4. The woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet and adorned with gold and precious stones and pearls, having in her hand a golden cup, full of the abominations and the filthiness of her fornication. And on her forehead a name was written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, Mother of harlots and of the abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints and with the blood of martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I marveled with great amazement. If you're not prepping, then you should start. This video is not made for that. There are a lot of resources online for preppers, getting off the grid, starting a homestead. My suggestion, get out of Babylon as fast as you can. The time is very short. This is not the first time I started the Revelation series. About 9 years ago, I started a podcast that went over Revelation topics, specifically New World Order events and what they are planning to do. I went and traveled abroad, and when I came back, I was detained at the airport. They stopped me, brought me into an area by these massive, full-body armored gentlemen, and they proceeded to interrogate me without giving me a lawyer or anything else. They closed my checking account and my savings account for no apparent reason. The bank had no reason why they did that. Now I have to tell you, I'm not a criminal. I'm a Christian fellow, and I'm married, and I just had a baby daughter when this happened. So it scared me to death. So I backed down, deleted the podcast. So what is different now? The things are becoming so dire out there that I know the mark of the beast is coming very, very soon. And when this happens, you need to make a decision whether you are on the world's side or on God's side. The third message from God is in Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And then the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, "If anyone worships the beast and his image, and receives his mark on his forehead or on his hand, he himself shall also drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out full strength into the cup of his indignation. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascends forever and ever, and they have no rest day or night, who worships the beast and his image, and whoever receives the mark of his name." Now this is a pretty somber message, and it's one that's given to everyone who will be faced with the decision: take the mark of the beast or the seal of God. And here's what it says in chapter 13 that happens in the very near future. "He was granted power to give breath to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast to be killed. He caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." Right now they just cancel you. They cancel your accounts, they cancel your Twitter, they cancel your Facebook, they take your money-making abilities away. Then they arrest you, or they put charges toward you to stifle you, to shut you up. Lastly, they kill you. Well, in the future, they're going to skip 1 and 2 and just go straight to 3. You either do what they say or lose your life. Now the last message is in Revelation chapter 18, and this one is the final message. This is before the earth is destroyed by plagues, the 7 last plagues. We read in Revelation chapter 18, starting from verse 1. "After these things I saw another angel coming down from heaven, having great authority, and the earth was illuminated with his glory. And he cried mightily with a loud voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, has become a dwelling place of demons, a prison for every foul spirit, and a cage for every unclean and hated bird. For all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. The kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth have become rich through the abundance of her luxury. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, lest you share in her sins, lest you receive of her plagues. For her sins have reached to heaven, and God has remembered her iniquities. Render to her just as she rendered to you, and repay her double according to her works. In the cup which she has mix double for her. In the measure that she has glorified herself and lived luxuriously, in the same measure give her torment and sorrow. For she says in her heart, I sit as a queen, I am no widow, and I will see no sorrow. Therefore her plagues will come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she will be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord God who judges her. At this point, the 144,000, the prophets of this last age, will be terminated, and God will cast out the 7 last plagues on the earth. These 4 messages are for us. They're for us today. Take them to heart. Listen to God. Prepare yourselves. 9 years ago, their plans were still a secret. They were hidden. Now they've become more brazen. They don't care that everybody knows. They don't care that the world knows about the New World Order, the Matrix, as Andrew Tate says. They want to institute their plan, bring about a new world government, and subdue everyone. They have to be stopped. I am Daniel for the 144,000. Please subscribe, and God bless you.